Hey there, this is Lucius LaFramboise from ENG Suite, and today we are going to continue our total complete guide to ranges in Excel VBA, and we're going to start looking at borders. So borders are very often used when you want to, single out certain values or when you want to make stuff easy to read in a table. They're great for formatting. So today we're going to look at the Range.Borders property. So first thing we're going to look at is color. Now, if you don't know how to use colors in Excel, check out the previous video where we took a look at font colors. And in there, I go in depth in some color stuff. If you have more questions about colors, there's lots of great resources. Otherwise, you can always let us know. Send me an email at lucius.laframboise@engsuite.org. I'd be happy to help. Colors make everything easier to read, and that's what Excel is all about. Okay, so border colors. So if you remember, we have really two ways of setting colors that are going to be useful for us, and that is going to be theme colors and RGB colors. So theme colors, you have those options up in the color bar. So I'm just going to set this as 6 because for my default theme, that's going to be orange just to show you. So if I set cell.borders.themecolor equals 6, let's run that. And in here, you'll see the borders are now orange. So how did I know that was going to be orange? Well, if we open up our colors, these are our theme colors up here. We have 1 is white, 2 is black, 3 is gray, 4 is this blue-gray, 5 is blue, and 6 is orange. And you can set custom theme colors. That's why I say theme colors are useful. In my case, I don't have any custom themes set, so it's really not going to be that useful. I'm probably going to end up using this RGB space here, in here. And that's totally fine. That's what works for me here. And we'll go into how to set those themes in a later date. But right now, we just got to learn how to use VBA. So how do we use the RGB space? Well, we're going to use this RGB function. So cell.borders.color equals, and we're going to say RGB. And if we want it to be, let's do like a deeper purple. We'll do 0 and 200. So we run that. And there we have kind of a deep purple. Dun, 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 dun. All right, moving on. So one thing I want to point out is you might be wondering, well, where am I getting this cell? Well, if you want to know how to get your cell, go back to a previous video that we have linked in the description. And we're using cell C2 right there. We're calling it using active sheet range, and we're doing all of our actions on that cell. Okay, border style. This is a big one. Border style is probably what you're going to focus on the most and do a lot of trial and error to figure out what you're looking for. In a later video, we are going to talk about how to manually set these formats and then use recording macros to figure out what those formats are. Okay, so here we go. Border style, we have these options here. You can either use these strings here to get them, or you can use these integer values. So to access our border line style, we'll do cell.borders.line style equals, and let's say I want a dashed line. I'm going to do XL dash. And we run that, and now we have a dashed line. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Let's say I want that double. I'll do XL double. We run that. And there we go. We have our double lines. But now, let's say I don't really like that double. I just want to get it to a standard line. Then we'll do XL continuous. And if we run that, now we have actually cleared it. We're going to have to reset our color because XL continuous. Oh, I misspelled continuous. So don't misspell it. They don't really prompt you on that one. XL continuous, and there you go. We are back to normal, but because it got reset, we'll have to do our color again. Okay, so don't forget that. I'm going to put this in here. XL continuous, and I'm just going to say default line. Oops, default line. Okay. Now, let's do this. We have border weight. So let's say we don't really like what's going on here. We want it to be thicker. Well, something to think about with this is it's not like your font where you get to specify different pixel values like, oh, I want a 6 point, I want 8 point, I want 15 point. You don't get to choose that here. You have 4 options. You have thinnest, medium, thickest, and thin. And your default is going to be thin. So how do we set that? Well, we go cell.borders.weight, and I'm going to set it at, let's do the thickest. That way we can really see what's going on. Excel thick. All right, and we ran that, and we are thick. Awesome. Now let's say I want to do hairline. That's the thinnest. Instead of using that Excel hairline, I'm just going to put in a 1 and see what happens. And it is so thin that it had to turn into dots. So that's pretty cool. And that's all you need to know on cell borders, on how to access the themes, the colors, and the different line styles. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and please do something awesome.